Welcome to Nugget 178 with Steve Groman, and today we will be going to the Discover magazine of June 2021. We will do two articles. One is, Did Life Come from Space? Some astronomers hypothesize that asteroids and comets might shuttle biological matter between planets. That's intriguing.
Well, yes it is. It starts off, life, for all its complexities, has a simple commonality. It spreads. Plants, animals, bacteria, everything spreads. They say, why stop there? Notice how this is all worded. Some scientists speculate that biological matter may have proliferated across the cosmos itself, transported from planet to planet on wayward lumps of rock and ice. This idea is known as Panspermia. Many people have heard of that word before. It carries profound implications. Life on Earth may not have originated on our planet. Yeah, it did.
God said it did. That settles it.
In theory, panspermia is fairly simple. Astronomers know that impacts from comets or asteroids on planets will sometimes eject debris with enough force to catapult rocks into space. Now, I would have
How
a
do
question.
they know that?
How would they know that?
They don't know that.
Yeah, but they say they know that. It's interesting. Okay. Some of those space rocks will, in turn, crash into other worlds. That would be rather high odds to do that, wouldn't you think?
Right. Very eventful.
Very rare meteorites on Earth are known to have come from Mars.
Really?
How about that?
How about that?
I'm saying not.
I'm
Unlikely
saying not
fashion.
too.
You can imagine small astronauts sitting inside the rocks, surviving the journey.
No, it would have to be
It would have to be imagination, all right. It would have to be like a kid's video or something.
Okay, we've moved into science fiction.
Yes, we have.
As we often talk about, there is not much difference.
Right, it's not much difference.
And I'll interject here. Most, if not all, of the major players in the science community early in their life have admitted to an infatuation with science fiction.
Many were prolific science fiction writers.
That's true.
I mean, lots and lots of articles and books, even. Anyway, another nugget. Microbes could potentially move from one planet to another, from Mars to Earth, from Earth to Venus. It's quite the shuttle system. It's quite the shuttle system, right? But this stuff is presented as though it's true and real. That's what's so sad about it. I like what it says here. In a recent book, Extraterrestrial, the first sign of intelligent life beyond Earth, which garnered headlines and criticisms from astronomers for its claims that our solar system was recently visited by extraterrestrials. Isn't that funny? It collects good and bad. People do agree and don't agree. It's ridiculous. It's not science because, like Michio Kaku says, nobody in my field uses the so-called scientific method, right?
No, and when you just said that, it reminded me of my astronomy professor, who one of the first days of class, he said, there's no such thing as extraterrestrials, because I really think that if they would get all the way here, they would stop and say hi.
Hi, or blow us up or something.
Yes.
I mean, not just drive by and fly by and then drive off.
Or just visit some guy in a John boat in the swamps.
Yeah.
There's more to that whole topic.
But anyway, Loeb has authored a number of papers probing the mechanisms of panspermia, looking at, among other things, how the size and speed of space objects might affect their likelihood of transferring life. All you can do is do this on a computer and think it through. It can't be done in real science. You can't do that. He still thinks it's more likely that life originated on Earth. He says his work has failed to rule out the possibility that life came from somewhere else in space.
How could he even rule it in?
Well, they'll never be able to rule it in or rule it out. They're making stuff up the whole way through. It's amazing.
They're ignoring what our Creator told us.
Exactly.
That this earth was created to be inhabited, and Eve is the mother of all.
Now, this is interesting. It goes on, it says, meanwhile, recent experiments, that would be a science word, wouldn't it? Recent experiments have suggested that earthly organisms can survive in space, at least for a little while. Experiments aboard the Expose-E facility at the International Space Station have subjected bacteria, lichens, and plant seeds to the extreme cold and radiation of space from anywhere from a few days to over a few years. Extreme radiation.
You're not going to go there, are you?
No, I'd better not.
Okay.
Some bacteria and other organisms were able to survive the journey, including tardigrades, ultra-hardy animals found everywhere from Antarctic ice to the deep oceans. If an asteroid or comet is large enough, microbes could be frozen deep within. That could protect them from radiation and extreme temperatures. So this, it could do this, and it could do that.
So they got this rock with a lot of hard ice on it. It's going through radiation, and these little astronauts in the rock waiting for their next landing strip.
In other solar systems, they know about all other solar systems. Okay. In other solar systems, panspermia could be even more likely to occur than in our own.
Imagine that, somewhere that we can't do the scientific method.
Everything's always better other than where we're at.
Absolutely, because we're an accident on a measly little rock.
That's what they claim. And they talk about how life could just planet hop. Literally, they use the word planet hop. Life there one day, we should pay attention to whether it all looks suspiciously the same.
And we haven't returned to the moon in 50 years?
I would say, yeah, right.
Okay.
But he also hypothesizes that panspermia could occur even between distant star systems. Interstellar visitors like recently observed in space objects. Wait. They're going to jump between star systems? That's quite the hop. And find a place to land that just would work out to where it could survive.
Elon has a star hopper.
That's true. We've seen it.
And it's real, but that doesn't mean it can hop between stars.
Right. Anyway, they looked at the possibility that asteroids or comets might graze the Earth's atmosphere dozens of miles above the surface, picking up microorganisms floating high in the sky before heading out on interstellar journeys.
I want to see a picture of that.
This really does sound like some of those cute little computer games in the early days.
Yeah, it
flying
does
through
sound,
space and picking up stuff. And
it would be a great campfire story. It's kind of exciting and thrilling. There's not a shred of evidence or fact in this entire article.
Yeah, and the last paragraphs are always interesting in these kind of articles because look what it says. Even if an asteroid flyby did pick up a few microbes from Earth, it's highly unlikely they would survive the journey, much less land on another planet with conditions similar to ours. But then again, we can't necessarily rule that out.
So let's make up all the stuff, say how fantastic it could be, and then admit at the end, well, not sure it's going to happen, but it could.
Well, we can't rule out that I'm never going to turn into a giraffe.
We can't?
No.
I can.
Because you never know. I mean,
I do.
It could happen, right? I mean,
No.
Evolution happens, right?
No.
It's ridiculous what they say.
It is ridiculous.
It is absolutely ridiculous.
If you're going to be a giraffe, I'm going to be a zebra.
We can identify as that, I suppose.
Yes.
But anyway.
I do like wearing black and white.
That's true. But did life come from space? No, I think life came from exactly where God said it came from.
I know it did.
Yes, exactly right. I know it did. He put it here, and then he says, reproduce after your own kind. He put this earth here to be inhabited. This is where life is. This is where it's at.
We are God's precious creation.
Special creation.
Remember
Each and every
that.
one of you listening are God's special creation. You are the only you.
And you're the only you.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right. Well, thank you.